man, what was that? Just an exclamation of energy, baby. We're back with another episode of Last Week, This Week with your boy Clayton Hill. We're back at it, man, and we are running to the polls. Not the North Pole, not the stripper pole. We're going to the voting poll. That's right. It is November 8th. It is the general election. And I don't know for who. I don't know if it's just California. I don't know if it's everywhere. I feel like it's everywhere. I've seen other things, but like clueless, man, which is kind of part of the problem. And we'll dive into that today. But first, you can follow me on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch, wherever you listen. You can click on some buttons and you can like and subscribe and you can comment. You guys know how to do it. But it's voting sucks. Voting. There's nothing. I don't get excited to vote. I get excited for stickers. I do I enjoy a good sticker. But voting, like looking up the people, looking up the issues. Man. Just, I want to say like somebody else do it, but I don't trust the other people to do it. I don't even know if I trust the people that I'm voting for to do it. But it's too much. Do less, government. Why? There's so many positions. Like, the pre-voting is fine. I'm okay. Like, all the pre-voting stuff is great. Like, I don't know. I can't remember. For whatever reason, I don't know if they gave out these, like, sample ballots back in Missouri or not. But I know that we have them here in California. And you get a sample ballot. It tells you all the positions that are up for grabs or whatever, like all the positions you can vote on, all the measures you can vote on. It gives you a sample, everything that's going to be on the ballot, and they give you that way ahead of time. And if any human being was ever proactive, that would be fantastic. But we're not. Nobody's looking up that stuff as soon as they get the sample ballot. We're all doing what everybody else is doing today. And we're trying to research things 30 minutes before we have to leave to go to work. And then we open up the sample ballot and we're completely overwhelmed. We have no idea what these positions are. And then we just start filling in circles like we're preschoolers to try to get this done. Going through all of that I spent hours today. I'm way behind schedule. And I spent so much time looking up that stuff. The actual, but then when you do vote, at least here, I don't know what's going on, but there's like around the world, but there's little drop-off boxes. There's big steel bins in the front yard of a library or something where I can just park the car, throw on the hazards, run outside, dump it. Beautiful. Love that. If I was more proactive, which us humans are not, then I could mail in the ballot before. Now, apparently that's a hot topic. But to actually vote, to submit those decisions is easy. The pre-stuff is easy. Actually voting is easy. To turn it in, but to go through all of these people and these measures on this ballot is absolutely exhausting, and it must be stopped. Okay. I'm not going to get political. I'm not going into any of that. I don't want to do that. I don't care to do that. I don't care what party that you're with. I'm with the House Party. I just like to have a good time. I like everybody to have a good time. So I don't care what party you're with. I don't care where you stand on issues. That's not what we're here for. It's just about voting itself, man. So the general, I guess this is the general election as opposed to the unique election, I guess. We're just general this to maybe there's a unique one coming down the road. I don't know what this means, but there's a lot of things going on. And I wrote down everything that is in this one election. And it's exhausting. If you want to skip ahead maybe 5 minutes so I can read all of this, but I'm going to read just to bring home the point of how ridiculous this is. All right, on the national side, we have I don't even know what's on it. We got national things, we got city and local things, we have state things. Like, we're voting for everything. Why are we voting for everything? Make it easier. On the national side, the United States Senator. We got the United States Senator. Then on the city level, we're voting for the mayor, city attorney, the controller, city council, board of education, community college board of trustees. There's 4 of those. State senator in the 26th district. I guess that's where I am. Member of state assembly, United State representative. And then there's 4 measures to go along with that. That's just the city. In the county, we're voting for the sheriff, 6 judges, and 2 measures. Okay, that's a little more reasonable. On the state side of things, the governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state, controller, treasurer, attorney general, insurance commissioner, member of state board of equalization, superintendent of public instruction, 7 measures, and then through the judicial side, underneath the state, the chief of justice, associate justice of Supreme Court, 3 of those, presiding justice, Court of Appeal, 3 of those. Associate justice, Court of Appeal, 9 of those. That is 58 positions. 58. And if there are only 2 candidates or 2 options, if you're looking at measures and propositions, that's 116 choices. I really did. I really dove in here and I wanted to know what is going on. I don't know what half of these are. That is an understatement. I don't know what 98% of these positions do. No clue. City attorney. If I get arrested, are you the one that represents me? Do you oversee all of the attorneys? Do you only oversee the appointed ones? Are you an attorney for the city? No clue. Now, as of today, while doing research, the controller, I'm going to say I know what it does, but I'm not sure. I think it controls the money. Okay. But then isn't there a treasurer? Or is the controller the treasurer? On the state, on the state side, there's a state controller and a state treasurer. What are you all doing? If I think that the controller oversees the budget, then what's the treasurer doing? And then there's an attorney general. I feel like I should know that. Man, I don't know it at all. Something in the judicial system. My goodness. City council members. Okay. Board of Education. That's important. Right? Like, I should know kind of more about that stuff. Community College Board of Trustees. Here's an Uno skip card. Because I am not going to do it. It doesn't affect me. Like, I like to be invested in the local community and the local education system because I think that it's just ridiculous how we just hold it to like a flat level standard for all of our children when clearly we learn in different, we're just not all the same. You cannot treat children the same. And I don't have any faith in the education system. I think they're completely off track. Instead of specifically looking at an individual and seeing what their strengths and weaknesses are and focusing on those strengths and learning how to work together with others that can complement those weaknesses, we just hold everybody to a flat standard. So I like to be involved in, I'd like to kind of invest in the Board of Education. But community college, Board of Trustees, when there's 4 of those, you're not getting my time. Skip, 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 skip. Member of State Assembly. But who are you? What do you do? I'll go through the measures. I like to, in the propositions and stuff like that. I like to see what's going on there. California's got some betting stuff coming up, baby. So right now you can't do really any sports betting in the state of California, not even at a casino. They do have some casinos. You can't even do that. So there is a proposition out there to allow the casinos to offer those services where you can go to a casino and you can do some sports betting in the state of California. There's also one on there for online gambling for sports. And thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up to both of those. It'll turn every device into a gambling device. It'll increase the homelessness. I mean, maybe, but you have to be a human being at a certain point. You have to make your own decisions. If you know that you have a gambling problem, go seek help. And there's plenty of places for that. Do not download the app. I understand that addiction is difficult, but put yourself in a situation to make you successful. Same thing. There's a proposition on there to ban flavored cigarettes and ban flavored vaping devices. I don't really think that's a government's place to tell a business what to do. It's a private business. I have trouble with the freaking vapes because they taste so delicious. And I don't see any consequences that are happening. But as a human, I have to think for myself. I know smoking is bad. I can't see it, but there are things going on inside of my body. So I put myself in a position to where I don't engage in that activity very often. Because you have to be a human being. The government cannot control everything. Did I say I wasn't going to get political? Oops. What other stuff? The sheriff. Sure, I know the sheriff. I didn't know we still had those. I thought that was for old-timey Western things. But apparently we still have a sheriff. And we're voting on that. Judges. I probably should pay attention to that. I found myself, speaking with many judges in my day. I shouldn't laugh. But it's been ridiculous, stupid things. I've done stupid things in my life, and I've found myself in many a judge's presence. But I didn't. Skip. 6 of those. Skip. Governor, lieutenant governor. Governor needs a buddy. Secretary of State, just write stuff down, man. Put out a Craigslist ad for a remote position, Secretary of State. Controller Treasurer, talked about it. Insurance Commissioner. I don't know what you do. No. Superintendent of Public Instruction. I don't know what you do. Do you oversee the press conferences? I feel like that's wrong. Public instruction, superintendent of public instruction. Dude, it just sounds like, do this, public. I oversee what instructions we should be giving the public. I don't know. 7 measures, got them. Judicial stuff again, like Chief of Justice. Whatever, man. The point is, it's ludicrous. It's absolutely, can we not do this once a month? Do the positions need to line up this way? I'm very curious because I don't know. So there's a theme here of just not knowing what the hell is going on. I don't know these positions. I don't know these people. I don't know if this process could be reformed. And is that my fault, or is that a lack of educating the general public? I don't know. Something to think about. Probably won't think about it anymore after today. Probably drop off the ballot and just go on with my life like I have been until there's another 150 things that we need to vote on in 30 minutes before work. I mean, it's just impossible to cover. Like, I try to do my research. If I'm going to vote, I'm going to try to do my research. Now, if I'm playing the skip button, I'm playing the skip button. But if I'm circling something in there, I try to Google each, person going up for it. Try to find the pros and the cons. Is there any dirt that pops up as soon as I Google your name? But there's some websites out there that will help. I'm not going to offer any because it's, 3:30 on the Pacific Coast on Tuesday. Like, polls are going to close tonight. I might not even get this uploaded. It's not going to go anywhere. But there are, places out there where you can go and you can take a quiz and you can see who you line up with. And I'm not saying just to go completely off of that, but I can't trust anything on the internet either. It's impossible. Man, I just feel like we're just climbing an uphill battle here to try to make an educated decision. And it shouldn't be this difficult. Like, I just want to know, like, what have you done? I don't care where you were born. I really don't. But, like, can I get a report card? Can we just get, like, a bullet point on every one of these? Like, I feel like each of these need to have its own pamphlet. Who are you? What positions? Like, what's your background? What positions have you held? Anything relevant to this, or are you just a complete outsider? If you have held this position, like, what have you done? Who's funding you? It's a huge thing. You can look at, all right, if Big Pharma is funding you, I know what direction you're going to go on a lot of stuff. If Big Oil's funding you, I know what direction you're going to go on a lot of stuff. So I just want, like, these quick little bullet points. But, man, the internet, it's a sticky little web out there, man. I don't need a 3-page essay on your website. I don't care about your campaign website. Like, I just want to know what you've done. And I want this to be easy. I don't know why it's so difficult. I don't know why we have to vote for so many things at once. Can we not spread this out? I have no clue. What is happening in our government? I have no clue. And I'm going to leave clueless. That's it. I'm voting cluelessly, which is, I want to voice my opinion, but I shouldn't just be voting just to vote. And I find myself in a conundrum. And I don't want to, and that's it. We're just going to leave it there. We're not going to go too crazy. But I appreciate you all tuning in for another episode of Last Week, This Week with your boy Clayton Hill. Follow me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you watch, wherever you listen. And hopefully you're not exhausted from this, man. Like, I just want, if the government could just make housing affordable, lower gas prices and grocery prices, stop taxing me on things that I already own. Like, I already own a vehicle. Don't tax me every year for owning a vehicle. Can we fire the government and give our money back? Like, that's, get out there and vote, baby. We'll see you next time.